Hi everyone. Let me start by asking you a question. Are you a business owner who pays someone or a company $600 or more to provide business-related services? Are you prepared to send their 1099s by January the 31st? If not, let me help you avoid costly penalties and review how to stay 1099 compliant with the IRS. Before I get into the details, I'm Chavis. I help group homes, home care agencies, and service-based business owners like you increase revenue by 25% or more with organized accounting and financial strategies. Now, if someone or a business is providing a service to your business, more than likely, you are required to issue a 1099. There are some rules and regulations of people and companies that you do not have to send 1099s to, and we will get into that later. A way to look at who you should be issuing a 1099 to as a business owner is to determine if the service is a business deduction. Is it business related or personal? If it is business related, it is possible that a 1099 should be submitted. Let's say you have a personal chef or meal prep at home. Yes, this is a business that is providing a service to you. This is a service for you personally and not your business. Therefore, this is not a business expense. It does not qualify as a business deduction because it is for your personal needs and not business. So you would not issue a 1099. Now listen closely, and you may want to write this down. If your company pays someone or a business for services via credit card, debit card, Venmo, or PayPal, you do not have to send them a 1099. The merchant will take care of that on your behalf, normally in the form of a 1099-K. If your business paid for business-related services via check, cash, ACH, or even Zelle, you would be responsible for issuing the 1099. So if you paid a business to provide services for your business and you paid them $600 or more, you are required to send them a 1099, right? Okay, so now we need to determine what type of 1099 should be issued. The most common 1099 is the 1099 NEC. The 1099 NEC is for non-employee compensation. You will issue this 1099 to contractors, freelancers, etc. Next will be the 1099 miscellaneous. You can report a number of things on the 1099 miscellaneous, but the most common are rent, royalties, attorney, and medical fees. As mentioned before, if you paid a vendor $600 or more, you are required to send them a 1099 NEC or miscellaneous. This threshold has changed for 2026. So in 2026, the threshold has increased from $600 to $2,000. So in 2026, if you paid a vendor $2,000 or more, you will be required to issue a 1099 NEC or miscellaneous. But for 2025, it is still $600. Now, are you required to send 1099s to corporations? The answer is typically no. And I say typically because you do have some exceptions. If you paid an attorney or medical provider and they are a corporation, you will still be required to issue a 1099. Now, the way you can prove that the vendor is a corporation is through what? The W-9. This is another reason why it is important to collect W-9s from all vendors you are issuing payments to. The W-9 will include the company's entity type. You will collect a W-9 for anyone you are sending money to. It is important that you don't wait until it is time to issue the 1099 before requesting a W-9 because you could have issued a payment at the beginning of the year, and if you wait until the end of the year, to request a W-9, it is possible that the company could no longer be in business, or you can't get in contact with them for whatever reason. Make sure the W-9 request is part of your onboarding process for that vendor. If you don't have the vendor's information, you are still responsible for filing a 1099 for the amount paid. So if you issue a 1099 without the proper information, you will receive a letter from the IRS stating that you sent this without the proper information. And now you are required to begin deducting and withholding 24% of payments made to the payee, or you can request a corrected W-9 from the payee. Now, let's go over the 1099 deadlines. 1099 NECs must be filed and sent to the recipients by January the 31st. In 2026, January the 31st falls on a Saturday, so the deadline for 2026 is February the 2nd. 1099 miscellaneous must be sent to the recipients by January the 31st, but for 2026, February the 2nd. If you are sending the IRS's copy via paper, it is due February the 28th. If it is e-filed, it is due March 31st. Now, the 1099 is different. Your company is not required to issue a 1099-K. This is the 1099 form that merchants will issue for electronic payments. Payments issued via PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Stripe, credit cards, and debit cards. If the payment is processed through a third-party payment network as a merchant transaction, the processor handles the 1099-K. Now, the 1099-K is one that had a lot of push and pull for the last 2 years. The rule for 2025 is that a 1099-K will be issued if the payments are $20,000 or more and includes at least 200 transactions. Now remember, they were trying to move this down to 600. I guess they realized how much of a mess it would be if the threshold was $600. Just think, for example, if you issued a payment to your college student via Cash App for more than $600 throughout the year, your college student would receive a 1099-K and would have to report that income on their tax return. And clearly, this was not a business transaction. Now, here are some best practices. Make sure you are collecting your W-9s upfront. File by January the 31st for 2026, that's February the 2nd. Sending a copy to the IRS and to the contractors. Make sure you are keeping up with your vendor payments throughout the year. Keep up with your bookkeeping. Separate your cash and check payments versus your credit card payments. Know how you are paying your vendors. Let me know if you need assistance with keeping up with your payments throughout the year. Let me help you keep your books in order throughout the year to help you avoid gathering all of your business data at the end of the year. Now, if you need help processing your 1099s, I will be glad to assist you. I hope this information was helpful. And as always, wishing you much success in your business. Thank you.